Don't like the looks of this place. Not at all.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Got some good people. Take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Mara protect. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm ready. Let's continue. What an amazing city. I've actually never managed to visit Whiterun, but I always wanted.
I don't... Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? I'll take my leave then. Honored. See you again, my Thane.
What was that? Is someone there? You puny weakling!
Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
I love a good fight.
I'll show you what a real one can do.
Death awaits you.
It'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead!
Never should have come here.
I'll skin you!
God awaits you.
That's it? That's your best?
Mercy!
Not the best you know.
Not like this!
No more! I yield!
You're as good as dead.
Do your best. I cannot best you.
Dare fight a dun?
Divine smile on you, friend.
Careful now. Wouldn't want someone to get burned.
Beer and trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Mara Protector, running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm ready. Let's continue.
You lost?
Mara, protect us. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm ready. Let's continue.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here. Azura has given me the gift of foresight. I had a vision of you walking up the steps to this altar long before you were born. You have been chosen to be her champion. I know it is unexpected, but do not worry. It will all unfold as she has predicted. You must go to a fortress, endangered by water, yet untouched by it. Inside, you will find an elven mage who can turn the brightest star as black as night. It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter. She is the goddess of dawn and dusk. Azura sees into the twilight of the future and guides her followers through it. My people, the Dunmer, built it. We fled from Morrowind after Vvardenfell erupted almost 200 years ago. Those of us who were faithful to Azura were given a vision that led us away from the island before the worst came. This shrine is our thanks to her, that none will forget that she watches over us all. Yes, there were others at first, but Azura's visions tested everyone's faith. One by one, they left, afraid to make
Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. Walk always in the light, or we will drag you to it. Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
College of Winterhold is an amazing site. I've never set foot on the grounds, but always wanted to.
Where else could I even go in this god's
Lightly armored means
for
lightly
sightseeing?
Well, then you've seen the sights.
Solve all your
Might
problems?
as well head somewhere warm.
Probably not.
I'll sell just about
Worth a try.
Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. I do what's necessary so we can get by.
Nothing to do here but drink, so you're freaking. You got nothing to do.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do?
Take care if you're venturing too far from town. That's a bitter wind coming off the Sea of Ghosts.
My job. Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me.
What's your business here in Winterhold? Should have known. Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason. I do. And if you count yourself among their numbers, then you've blood on your hands as well. There's nothing left of Winterhold. Nothing. Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed our city. Still, they deny it. But we all know the truth. What's there to tell? It's mostly gone now, thanks to those damn mages in the college. Someday there'll be proof they caused the Great Collapse. Most of a city just dropping off into the sea. That doesn't just happen. Winterhold has lost much of its history, and with that much of its power. I aim to change that. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Having that might get the ear of the other holds, and give me some authority. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return.
The College of Winterhold is an amazing...
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold. Courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for that, we'd all be better off. I agree with him.
How come you're in Winterhold? My Pa says people like you are the reason no one lives here anymore. Fred says the mages at the college nice people, but you said they're bad. My pa says, did you know that most of Winterhold fell into the sea?
Destroying
I
our
heard it's
home.
because of that college. Why did they do that? Why would they be so evil?
Because they don't care about you They think they're better than all of us, and that we can just be thrown away.
I hate them.
That's my boy.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them. Damn faithless Imperials. Talos guide you. Until next time. Next Imperial I see is... Huh? We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to. Talos guide you.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold.
How come you're in Winterhold? My pa says people like you are the reason no one lives here anymore. Huh? My pa says elves are bad and not to trust them. Did you know that most of Winterhold fell into the sea? I heard it's because of that college.
What the?
The College of Winterhold is an amazing sight. I've never set foot on the ground, but always wanted to. Huh?
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible...
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth it. I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to,
It was a
since I
minor
can't count on my brother for anything.
I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar.
If you're looking for Ranmir, he's either passed out in bed or working on winding up that way.
Ranmir beg a drink. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living. It's not much, but we get by.
Unless you're bringing me a... I'm just trying... Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready. You're right. What would my forefathers think if they knew I wasn't paying my debts? Tell Harren I'll bring her the gold I owe.
As long as he keeps paying, I suppose.
All right, then.
Himself and isn't hurting you.
It's not like... Got any ale or mead?
I think Birna might disagree with you.
Not my place to get involved.
Got any ale or mead?
Remember? You're the one that told me to stay out of it.
Just say thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them.
Oh yes, quite fine. My accommodations here continue to be just what I need.
Yeah. If there's
you
anything you
referring
need,
to your other
just let me
customers?
know.
No, everything is quite all right. I expect a bit of animosity now and then.
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe
I've never
that?
set foot on the grounds, but always wanted to.
The mages are up in the college. You can ask them if they'll let you in. Then again, Nelikar might know. He's an old-timer from the college, but he has a room here. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college, though even that's dried up some. Well, not exactly. Listen, we're friends, right? I wonder if I could ask a favor of you. It's about Ranmir. Don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean. Oh, he was a different person. Happy, outgoing, like anyone who's in love. See, Ranmir was involved with a pretty young woman named Isabel Rolain. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking. And what's left of him is what you see here every day. I'm not sure. I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss. Until next time.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead.
I understand Courier's been complaining about our customers.
What of it? It's our inn, and it cause him no harm.
I believe he was suggesting their presence causes him harm.
Well, then he's welcome to eat and drink at home, isn't he? Now here's a man I'm glad to see.
If you've business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact. I understand Courier's been complaining.
We may not have as much to offer as Whiterun. What of it? It's our... Huh?
I believe he was suggesting their presence causes him harm.
Well, then he's welcome to eat and drink at home, isn't he?
everything well, Eleanor?
Oh yes, quite fine. My accommodations here continue to be just what I need.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
Are you referring to your other customers? No, everything is quite all right. I expect a bit of animosity now and then.
I see. Well, let me know if things get out of hand.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
I don't deal with any college. Who sent you?
Winterhold is an amazing
Was
site.
it the college?
I've never
The
set foot
Jarl?
on the grounds.
We agreed
But
there would be no
always
more questions.
I understand Poirier has been complaining about our customers again.
You're working with the Daedra?
What of it? It's our
Right.
inn,
Now
and it
tell me the
costs
one
no
about the
harm.
Argonian maid and the
I
lusty
believe he
baron.
was suggesting their presence causes him harm.
Well, then he's welcome to eat and drink at home, isn't he?
Just calm down. I'll tell you everything. What do you know about soul gems? They are, except the gem is always consumed. They're frail, except for one. Azura's Star, a Daedric artifact that allows any number of souls to pass through it. Some of us wanted to find out how. I was working under Malin-Varen then. If only we knew what he was really planning. Malin wanted to alter the star. He was dying, disease. He thought he could store his own soul inside, become immortal. It drove him mad. Students started dying. Eventually, the college exiled him. He took a few loyal disciples to Ilinalta's Deep and vanished. Look, I don't care who asked you to find the star, but don't take it back to Azura. The Daedra are evil. They're the reason Malin went insane. I mentioned how the star is a soul gem, only it never gets depleted. There's another rule the artifact follows. You can only store white souls in the star belonging to the lesser creatures. Azura's magic won't allow black souls to enter it. As a mortal, Malin's soul was black, so part of his work was breaking past Azura's rules. He was close before. Well, I already told you. Azura is no ordinary Daedra. She commands an entire realm inside of Oblivion. The more Malin worked on the star, the more she was able to damn him. It started slowly at first. Malin would see things that weren't there. Then he would yell at students over words they hadn't said.
As long as he keeps paying.
Then one day I walked in and Malin had killed a student. And in a horrific moment of inspiration, he started using her soul for his
My place
work.
to get involved in their family's business, remember? You're the one that told me to stay out.
The college would agree with you. But you have any idea how many innocent lives were cut short just so Azura could have revenge? We're nothing to the Daedra. Pawns to move around, praise and punish as they see fit. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues. All right, then.
I'll say I do what's necessary. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Until next time.
The College of Winterhold is an amazing sight. I've never set foot on the grounds, but always wanted to.
If you're looking for Ranmir, he's either passed out in bed or working on winding up that way. My brother's a good-for-nothing drunk. We'd have lost the house by now if it were up to him. Just because we live in the middle of nowhere doesn't give Ranmir the right to drink himself into oblivion.
Huh?
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you? I do what's necessary, so if you're looking... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that... My brothers are trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Good day.
Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor to assist him even now. Kraldar's family was once very powerful.
Winterhold men.
It's my honor to
Goodness,
assist him
no.
even now.
They're simply scholars. They mean no one harm. I've had several conversations with Archmage Aaron over the years. Oh, he's perfectly polite, if a bit
The
guarded.
College of Winterhold is an amazing sight. I've never set foot on the grounds.
I'm
but
afraid the
always wanted
Winterhold you see before you is somewhat underwhelming. I can assure you, though, that it was quite something in its prime. An early capital of Skyrim, you know. Sadly, the Oblivion Crisis took its toll on Winterhold, in more ways than one. Then, the Great Collapse swallowed most of our beloved city. You may have noticed the college just to the north there. Very prestigious place. Mages from all over Tamriel traveled here to seek knowledge. After the Oblivion Crisis was over, many felt that magic users were to blame. Elves, to be specific. It created a great deal of tension. A good many dark elves were driven from the city, and people became uncomfortable with the presence of the college. Until next time.
Kraldar's family
Winter,
was once very
just
powerful.
about 80 years ago,
It's
there
my honor
was
to assist him even
a terrible disaster. The cliffs overlooking the Sea of Ghosts collapsed, taking most of Winterhold with them. In the middle of it all, the college was practically untouched. Many of the survivors were suspicious. Some believed the mages were behind the whole thing, and others felt they could have at least prevented it. Archmage Aaron assures me that his people had nothing to do with it, and I believe him. But Winterhold never recovered. Until next time.
the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
Please, someone do something!
Welcome to the College of Winterhold. I am Feralda, one of the senior wizards here. I trust you found your journey to Winterhold not entirely unpleasant. Now, I must advise you that if your only purpose in being here is to complain, you would be far better off speaking with the Jarl of Winterhold. If, however, you seek something more, I will be happy to assist you. It is no great secret that we have been unjustly blamed for great many times over the years. What was that? Is there some way I can assist you? I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. You know, I think you're right. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. The college is an asset to Skyrim. We are the only group left in Skyrim dedicated to the study of the arcane. There are others who study, to be sure, but they do so in private and often in secret. No, not recently at least. We don't mistake that for acceptance, though. Odds are they're simply too afraid to confront us directly. And most of us are quite satisfied with that. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Mirabelle will be waiting for you.
The College of Winterhold is an amazing site. I've never set foot on the grounds, but always wanted to.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your everything. You are a guest. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside.
I'm working on...
as others
You
may be
mean the
working on
official
research
sort of
or
business?
Delicate experiments.
Well, no, not really. The exact nature of my research is a secret, I'm afraid. But it really is quite...
Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk.
Mara protect. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm ready. Let's continue.
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented. You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. The districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, And so here we remain. Until next time.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
Oh, don't listen to him. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with war.
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better.
I'll teach you all a war.
Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races. No offense, of course. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic, so it's not off to a good start. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with the Aldmeri Dominion, who are elves and magic users. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning. All right, then.
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything? I've just been asked enough questions. I'm here to learn, not to explain myself over and over. Forgive me. I didn't mean to assume. So far, if only because no one is telling me how great I ought to be, I just want to learn. I don't want to think about what's expected of me. Didn't you know? Before the Oblivion Crisis, many elves called Winterhold their home. More visited the college from Morrowind every year. After, growing distrust of magic made life difficult for many. Some left rather than endure the growing hatred from the local Nords. Others returned home after the Red Year, when Vardenfell erupted and caused much destruction. Winterhold itself died in the years between then and now. What's left out there is a husk. Only the college really remains.
Would you mind helping me with a demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's what this lesson is for. Perfect time to try it out. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now. Cast the ward spell and keep it up. have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please. Just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing the wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
You know, this is one of a very few Huh?
College is a
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, this is good. But Jezargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jezargo. Oh yes, Jezargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. There is much for Jezargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jezargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Mages in Cyrodiil are all about politics. The Synod and the College of Whispers are too busy guarding
Lords don't
secrets
trust to magic
bother
or
to
those that
teach.
use it.
May you walk on warm sands.
I think the college is... It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. Until next time. If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is tainted. All right then.